Now, Vera Rosenkranz, you lived in that, you owned that hotel over there, the Railway Hotel.
From 1983.
And how did you get to come here?
I was in England. We had a restaurant, and we had customers to come in mostly on a Friday. And he was from the Southampton Evening News.
Yeah.
And he was telling me he was coming to Westport on holidays. I'd never heard of the place because I'm from Cork. I didn't know anything about it. And when he came back, he said to me he was fishing and caught 2 salmon.
Yeah.
And so I said to my husband, how about us going to Westport for holidays? He was so thrilled because he loved fishing. And that's how we came to Westport.
That's how you came to come here in the beginning,
That's
yeah?
right.
So it's a wet day, so we go inside and have a look inside.
Yeah, of course. It was the restaurant.
The restaurant.
Of the hotel.
And you had a bar in it over there behind you?
So I put a bar in here. It was the public bar down there. We were put it into a function room.
Okay.
And so we had this as a...
And did you put that structure there where the bar is now?
Yes.
You put that in?
Yeah.
So this was a wide open space and you put that in as the bar, yeah?
But there was into the kitchen there, you see.
Oh, okay, the kitchen was behind you, yeah.
Yeah.
And then out here we had reception was out here?
No,
No.
further, way out in the hall.
Yeah, and what was in this?
This was a restaurant, all of it.
The whole thing was a restaurant. The 2 rooms, the 2 big rooms here was a restaurant. Who was your chef that time?
Who was the chef? My son, he came over from Australia.
Oh, okay, right there.
He was the chef there.
What was his first name?
Edwin.
Edwin.
And he did the Connacht Co-op. They had their function, was the first function we had here.
And what year would that be about?
It must have been, I suppose, 85, I'd say.
85, yeah.
Yeah, and I put in, there was no function room in the hotel,
Yeah.
so I put in a function room here.
Hmm.
And then we put this back into a restaurant and a bar.
And a bar.
And then we put on the conservatory
Out the back.
at the back.
Hmm. I remember that too, yeah. It was lovely.
Yeah. And that carpet is here. I suppose it must be here 40 years, I'd say.
40 years, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it's still
And it's still good.
good. Little hoovering and cleaning make a great job of it, yeah.
Good hoover.
Yeah. So then we come out to
The stairs.
the stairs upstairs, eh? Many rooms are in it?
There's 23, I think.
23, yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't add any onto it. That's what was in it, yeah.
That was in it, yeah.
So you went up the stairs up to the rooms, eh? There were big rooms as far as I remember, weren't there? Very big rooms, yes.
Two of those front rooms.
Good and spacious, yeah.
Yeah, they're fabulous rooms.
And this was the reception desk here then.
Yeah, that was the reception. And
What year was this built?
1782, I think it was.
Yeah, so it must have been part of the new town when they were building the new town.
It was always architect Wyatt. He came and designed the town.
And did he design this place, you think?
This was designed.
This is part of it, was it, yeah?
Part of it,
Oh, that's interesting, yeah.
yeah.
And were there many owners here?
Well, Nicky Kavanagh had it for 15 years, and then
John Jeffers before him.
John Jeffers was here, and his father and mother were here. I think he was born here, John Jeffers, from what I can remember.
Well, that'll be going back a long way now
It would, yeah.
with John Jeffers' father.
Yeah,
Like John Jeffers would be 100 now as well, wouldn't he?
or he would be.
Be 100,
And
yeah.
he was born here. I think
He was
so.
born in the hotel, yeah.
Yeah.
And he married,
He married a doctor.
she was Maura, wasn't that her name?
Maura.
Maura, yeah. She was a public health doctor.
Is that right?
And they lived out in Rossbeck, didn't they? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So in here then you had this was the function.
This was a function.
This was the function room. You developed this.
I did, and the first thing I did here was a Connacht Co-op, farmers Co-op, and they said to me, "Will this be ready for Christmas?" And
Yeah.
I said, Yes, it will be. So we want to book it, so it better be ready. So it was our first function.
And was John Mayock involved in that?
He was.
He was the manager at the time, I
The
think,
manager, yeah.
of the co-op up in Castlebar Street.
And I can't remember it was John Mayock, but one of them.
One of
John
them.
was always here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
John is one of our great historians now.
oh yes, he was fantastic. Yeah.
So this was the function room then.
There's the whole lot. This was the public bar.
The
where
public-
the railway people used to come in.
Okay, yeah.
This was the public bar here.
And who were your regular customers that time?
All the people on the buses.
And the buses, yeah. They came in there, yeah.
Threw their bags on the ground.
Yeah, they went to the toilet and bought a pint.
If they bought a pint, I'd be lucky.
And what locals used to drink here at the time?
Oh, God. John, remember that man John who lived out the town there? The old guy. John, I can't think of his second name.
Dr. Farrell?
No, Bertie, no, he wouldn't drink in the public bar.
What he drank in the back bar?
He'd yeah, in the back bar.
Because I drank with him.
Oh, yeah.
I did,
yes.
yeah.
All the posh people drank. In the back bar.
Oliver Morahan, was he here?
Oliver. So he actually did the contract for here.
Oh, did he? Yeah, did he? Yeah. And McNally, what do you call him? The busman, was he here? Used he come in here?
The buses used to stop
The
here.
buses, yeah. Did you know Joe Broderick? You're the bus driver.
I don't really.
Yeah.
They were very annoyed at me because I got the bus moved.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because they weren't paying any rent here.
Oh, wasn't it?
Just to use, I never knew that. When
Okay.
I discovered that there was no income from it, I thought of my husband and I decided it was right to the CIA and ask him to move the stuff.
The stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
And where did they move it to then?
up to where it is now.
Mill Street?
No, they moved it up to the what you call it, the hotel in the top there. What was it?
Central Hotel.
Yeah,
At the time, yeah.
yeah, they moved it up to there.
Okay, right, yeah.
But they were so annoyed with me, because, because it was here for... Mickey, I suppose, thought it brought a lot of people, but...
So you bought off Mickey Kavanagh, yeah?
Yeah.
At the time, yeah?
Yeah. We sold our pub to Mickey then. Mickey retired, and then he was at home and he had nobody to see. Didn't realise how lonely it would be out where he lived. So he approached us to see if we'd sell him the pub.
Yeah. And which pub was that?
It's the Cozy Joe's now.
Cozy Joe's. And what was it when you had it?
Parallein.
The Parallein. And who did you buy it off?
We bought it off, what was his name? He was, the people who do the kitchens now.
Cusacks.
Cusacks. But he was in England.
Okay, right, yeah.
And then his wife had got Parkinson's and she didn't want to come back to Ireland anymore because she was English.
Okay, yeah.
And that's how he sold it.
And had you much experience in the catering business?
I was always in the catering.
You're always in the catering?
Yeah.
You were a Cork woman, yeah?
I'm a Cork woman. I trained in the old Victoria Hotel in Cork for 4.5 years. And then I went to the Metropole Hotel in Cork.
Okay, right. So you got good ones.
And then I went to Wynn's Hotel.
Yeah.
And I went to the Wicklow Hotel.
Yeah.
Then I went to London for a year in the Knights of St. Columbanus. And then I came back. I got engaged to Edmund. I had met Edmund before I went to London.
And was he in Ireland, was he?
He was in Ireland.
Was he Irish born?
Oh yes, he's Irish born, Dublin. Went to
You said his father was from Austria, was he?
His father was, yeah.
And what part of Austria was he from?
He was in Melk.
Merrick.
Melk, M-E-L-K, M-E-L-K, Melk, which I went to last year.
Okay.
It's a beautiful place.
And did you go there when you met him or after you met him?
Only
you went there last year?
Yes, I'd never been there.
And what year did you get married?
We got married in 1955.
55, and you went over in 2016.
And but we went to England because my husband worked for an American company and they switched him to England. And that's how we ever went there.
And how long were you in England for then?
We were in England for about 18 years, I suppose. We had a restaurant and a small hotel.
In where? What part?
In Portsmouth.
Oh, in Portsmouth. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Is the hotel still there?
No,
In
it's
Portsmouth.
divided up now.
Oh,
It's,
Apartments.
it's still there.
Still there, yeah. Yeah, Portsmouth's
There's
nice.
2 restaurants now.
Two restaurants, yeah.
It's an Indian and a Pakistani, I think.
It wasn't the one that's on the cliff hanging over the sea, over the harbour there, no?
No,
Do you know that one?
I do.
Yeah, I was in Portsmouth, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in it, I saw
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And when did you leave Westport then?
Well, I've never really left Westport.
Well, you still have a bed here, yeah.
I still have a bed here. I've never actually. I love Westport too much to leave it.
And when did you sell the hotel?
We sold
Oh, sure, you didn't sell it. Yeah, you gave it to you.
It's still
It's in the family. Yeah, it's in the
Rozenkranz.
family. That's
Still in
right.
the
Yeah.
family, yeah.
Yeah. And what kind of a clientele did you have now as residents here at the time? Was it a tourist thing?
All top. We had all the famous people here.
Thackeray stayed here, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And he said that it was more comfortable than the Gresham in Dublin, and they were the same age.
Same age, built the same year, yeah.
And then we had, you know, the poet that died there last year, that famous poet.
Oh, I can't think of it off the top of my head now, yeah.
And,
He stayed here, yeah.
He did, and his friend who was the writer, remember he wrote a play, and, oh God, what was it, a famous play? They were from Donegal, both of them. And we had Naomi Campbell here.
Did you?
Yes, and we had The Edge.
Did you?
Yeah, no, we had, I'm telling you, we had some, and we had, what's his name, that actor, he's still around now.
Irish?
His father, they stayed here for 2 weeks.
An Irish or American?
No,
Or
he's English.
English.
Yeah, and his father was a writer, and so they stayed here, the two of them, for a week. And nobody recognised him.
Oh, very nice.
No. And he went across McGreevy's and he turned his cap back. Nobody recognised him. He's a famous, what's his name? I can't remember.
But you know, Irish people don't get excited, do they?
No, they don't.
They don't. Just let them go, let them
Just,
keep on, go
that's
ahead.
right.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Isn't it? Yeah. The other places they'd be
Yeah.
swarming over
they
them, yeah.
would. Yeah.
And
And
what
we had Terry Keane stayed here.
Yeah, do you?
Yes. And she gave me a write-up on the Sunday Independent.
Complimentary, I assume.
Complimentary,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, she was a fantastic lady.
What did you have on the menu that time?
Oh, God. We had Wiener Schnitzel, which is a German dish.
Yeah,
And we had Chicken Maryland.
yeah. It was kind of new that time, was it?
Yeah, well, it was a very popular.
Yeah,
Prawn
yeah.
cocktails was another famous one. You know, very popular. And
A prawn cocktail starter. Prawn cocktail starter. A T-bone steak.
T-bone steak.
An apple tart.
Ring onions.
And a bottle of Matthew's Rosé.
Of course.
that was the
That would be
that was standard at the time.
That's standard, yeah.
Yeah. And would you have many continentals here? I think French used to come here shooting.
Shooting, yes. We had all the shooters here. They were fantastic. Yeah. They'd stayed here around the February. They came, I think, in January, after Christmas, when the shooting season. And Mickey had them as a client.
He started off that, didn't
He
he?
started that off. Yeah. I think Jeffers started it off.
Did he, Jeffrey?
Mickey
kept it going. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember meeting them here. I used to meet them here,
Yeah,
yeah.
oh, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
And Charlie Lydon, Lord to mercy. Charlie was one of our regulars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stayed there. And
Father Tom. Was Father Tom here in your time? Canon Tom.
and Father King was here.
Father King was in your time, yeah. Well, Canon Tom Cummins is before him, isn't it?
That's right.
That's right. And Father King is back here again, actually.
Yes, I met him. And then we had the bishop, of course. The new bishop that's here now. He was living across the road because the bishop of Tuam hadn't given up his house.
Okay.
And so he used to send his lunch over every day.
Well, the bishop is the parish priest of here, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
That's
right. Yeah.
And he lived in that house across the road.
And you used to do a little bit of after hours now and again. You can say it now. It's okay.
God.
You're safe enough now,
There's
yeah.
always a few stragglers.
Do you ever get raided?
Yes,
Do you ever get caught?
we did actually. And my husband nearly went crazy because he was the licensee and he had gone to bed and we served after Fine Gael. They were having a meeting. Enda Kenny and what's his name?
Michael Ring and
all the
Patty Durkin and
it got raided. And Edmund had to go to court and he was fined. He didn't know anything about it. We never told him.
And did it bring in the Kenny to court? Were the customers brought to court?
No.
The customers were?
No,
No.
we
Weren't they
kept
lucky,
them out
yeah.
of it.
I had a few narrow escapes here myself.
Oh, it's insane. I remember Bertie Farrell, Lord, mustn't tell me, he climbed up the tree out the back, so probably with him.
They were kind of funny days, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a big orchard out the back where the Castle Court now has its.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
They bought it, yeah. And
I had planning permission for that.
I know you had, I remember that, yeah. What were you going to put there?
A motel.
A motel, okay.
And they were driving in through it. I bought the bakery. And then neither of my children wanted it.
Okay.
And so I sold it to Cochrane's.
Okay.
It wasn't to be, I suppose, for me.
You were very progressive, weren't you?
I was.
You were making changes all the time, yeah.
For a country girl from Charleville, a farmer's daughter.
Bringing in new innovations and like chicken in Maryland and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
yes. Oh, yes. And I'll always remember there was a function in Hotel Westport. And we were, for lunch, we were doing seafood pancakes, with potato cakes. And one of the people at the conference had come in at lunchtime. They had this pancake. And the next thing, at about 6 o'clock, about 100 people in that back bar. And they came in for this seafood pancake. And my son was in the kitchen, and he said to me, Mom, there is no way there's these amount of people in that back bar. I said, come in, have a look. And they were standing with the plates up to here. There was no place to sit down.
So what was the price of drink like when you came here first? Can you remember?
I don't know, because I never drank in my life.
But you were selling it. You were keeping an eye on the price of it, I bet you.
I never liked bar work at all.
What barman had you here?
Jim Finn.
Jim Finn, that's right, Jim, yeah.
We brought Jim over from England.
Did you, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
because
that.
he was an off-licensed manager, and his house got burned down.
Okay.
And of course, he had nowhere to go. And then when we bought the pub, we asked him would he come back. Of course, he loved Westport. He was a golfer, of course.
Yeah.
And that's actually how Jim came here.
And who were your receptionists and waitresses? And can you remember many of them?
Yeah, Claire Heffernan.
Heffernan, yeah.
Yeah, she was here.
And who manages it? You managed it. You ran it.
Yeah, I ran it. Yeah, I'm her husband. Yeah.
So then you left, and where did you go to then?
We didn't. We just retired.
No, you retired. Yeah.
Yeah. And
But you
my
bought a
son
hotel,
was
didn't you?
over
You bought another hotel, did you?
Well, no.
In the Pierre.
We bought the Pierre while we still had here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you ran the two together, yeah?
Yes. Well, yeah, we ran the two under the one thing. Ivan ran the one in Dublin, down there, and Carl ran here. And we used to go up and down between the two, for...
You were keeping an eye on them, you were.
Absolutely.
Can imagine that. You were nearly as good as May Cochran, were you? Did you know May?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. So you liked Westport?
I love Westport.
And what do you like about Westport?
Everything. The people, I think, are so fantastic. And the town is wonderful.
Beautiful,
it's
isn't it?
a wonderful town. Everything about it I
And
like.
where do you live mostly now?
I live in Spain mostly.
What part of it?
In near Fungarola.
Near Frangarola, yeah. The weather is good as it is here.
Oh. I must be mad to be here, but the winter hasn't been that good in Spain this year.
Hasn't it? No.
Yeah, they've had a lot of wind and rain.
Yeah.
But mind you, we needed it. All the reservoirs are down to the...
Empty.
Oh, empty. Yeah, they were really fearful, so we've got it in bucketfuls.
Are there many Irish people around you there now?
Oh, God, we have an Irish community. We have an Irish church with a priest from Knock.
Okay.
Yeah, Father Heenahan.
And you go to Mass every Sunday?
Oh, absolutely.
Or most Sundays?
And during the week.
And during the week, okay.
There's Mass every day in St. Joseph's in middle of Fungarola.